thank you for joining us. We're Bly and Holly and we live aboard 34 Vampires as continuous cruisers. Join us as we travel the canals of the UK through cities, towns and beautiful countryside. From peaceful mornings on the water to navigating busy locks, we share it all. Our adventures, the occasional mishaps, the beautiful scenery, our daily life and the wonderful wildlife around us. Hi and thank you for joining us. This is Holly and Bly at 34 Vampires. It's time to move our floating home again and leave this picturesque mooring. We were wild mooring there and because of that we had the tyre fenders down, so we'll just take a look in the tyre fenders as well and see if we can find any critters, because that's something that we also do as well when we move, because often things get caught in there. Obviously they're in the water so they're okay and we always make sure that we put them back in. And in this vlog we'll be travelling to Marple, absolutely stunning town. If you saw our last vlog you'd have seen us sussing out the point that we'll be going to today in order to moor. See the little tadpoles about, tiny little things. There's quite a few of them about down the side of the boat further down.
Might be a skin.
Gosh, didn't expect to see that in there. What do they skin? Their skin come off?
Yeah.
That might be what that is then, yeah. Gosh.
Find a safe place to shed its skin.
Yeah.
If you pick it up from...
Oh, did you just see it move then? The edge. Ooh. As we've already checked out our next mooring, we're expecting it to be pretty noisy as there's a huge amount of Canadian geese there. When we went and visited the place that we were intending on mooring, we spotted something like 30 goslings and 30 adult geese as well. So yeah, we're expecting quite a raucous and a few early morning calls. Being as we've both been unwell lately, we wanted to take things at quite a steady pace and also take our time with Marple, because not only is there the aqueduct there, which obviously we want to kind of take that in because it's such a beautiful spot, also the flight of 16 locks, because obviously we need to be fighting fit to be able to get through that as well. In order to get there we also have to go through Hyde Bank Tunnel as well, so we've already been through the tunnel and checked that out, and yeah, it's pretty low in places as you'll see in the footage, but it's something, you know, we're always up for the challenges. It's always good to sort of have new experiences, but obviously you have to duck in a few places and make sure that the edge of the canopy frame doesn't also get caught. If you line the mushroom vent up with the middle of it. Yeah. I'm keeping an eye on the canopy. Oh, it's going to go even lower when we get in. Good job you took that tyre off. Might have to duck a bit. gosh. Once we get through the tunnel, it's not too far for us to go, and we'll soon be arriving at Goose Field. So we've obviously nicknamed it that because of all the geese that are there, and yeah, sort of stuck it in the title of the video as well, because I don't think I've ever seen so many in one spot before. It's absolutely crazy how many there are. And the weird thing as well, we've seen so few, and I don't know if other people have noticed this as well on the Peak Forest, there seem to be so few mallards and ducks. We've seen no swans whatsoever. We've seen some wild mandarins, but other than that it seems to be just the Canadian geese. So I just wonder if it's them sort of being invasive maybe and sort of keeping the other wildlife away. I know at our previous mooring, or rather the one before that, there were some Canadian geese that were nesting that had a pair of mallards that was used to sit right next to them, but obviously with, you know, different sort of flocks and things, I expect they could be more aggressive and potentially keep them away. The only thing we didn't like when we sussed the mooring out is there was a big pylon in the field, and that sort of like passes over, the lines pass over where we'd be mooring, and it was a bit crackly, so we're kind of going to have to see how we get on with that and if that causes us any problems, because it was a little bit noisy. Our plan is then to stay there for the 2 weeks while we recover and kind of get back on our feet properly before we take on the 16 locks. Here. Try and get this on. I can't do it. Don't film me. Oh.
Watch your fingers.
Oh, I got it. Oh. Oh. Oh, shit. Oh dear. Oh. Don't film me, baby. You know, edit that bit out.
No, you're not. What's wrong with that rope round?
What? So here's a large amount of our neighbours that we'll have for the next 2 weeks. So as you can imagine, we're expecting loads of noise off of them. And yeah, the other thing is as well, really looking forward to watching the babies grow. I know the sound of geese, especially so early in the morning, could be quite problematic for people, but it's not really something that bothers us. It's more the sort of like towpath noise that we hear, you know, people talking outside the boat and things, that we find that disturbs us more. This is a pair that are sat opposite on a nest, just sort of like opposite the duck hatch, and so the gander, one of those two, comes over to the boat sort of every time you open a flap, every time you open the duck hatch. He's there sort of like straight away for feeding, but we don't see her get off the nest so much. Our last mooring was quite problematic for internet. It was okay sort of for the TV, using the computers and things, but with download speed and upload speed it was absolutely awful. So just sort of trying to get videos out and get them uploaded in advance and things was quite tricky. So we've noticed here that the internet is quite good. I think we had a top upload speed, upload speed of about 60. So that's sort of like quite good considering we're a little bit rural. and so hopefully you can sort of get a bank of videos up and things. But we've noticed as well that it also drops massively to about 5 at the weekend, sort of like from Friday nights and things like that. And so this is one of the things that I think people don't realise when you've got a YouTube channel, when you are a continuous cruiser, that sort of reliance on the internet sort of can be quite difficult, especially with the videos, large files and things like that, with uploading them. And that's why we've got sort of time gaps sometimes between some of the videos, because although they've been sat there sort of like waiting, we haven't actually been able to get them up for you. Loads of them, absolutely loads of them all in one group. So obviously the parents aren't too worried about sharing the babies. Not sure whether they're intending on going in the water or not, but it looks like they've certainly come down to the edge. They were up sort of under the trees and everything because it's so hot. So I'm just going to hang on here and see if they're actually going to come down to the water. Looks like they're thinking about it. Parents are having a good look about. Oh, kind of move a bit. Yeah, you can't see how many there are actually, because some of them hidden by the reeds, but there's probably about, I wouldn't be surprised, there's sort of 25-30 of them. So are you going in the water or not? Because I don't know, because they've been up the hill, I doubt there's any water up there, you know, for them to have drunk. So come on babies, are you going in? Yeah, they're right by the edge. That one you can hear over there, that's the gander, keep calling, because I don't know if you can see his mate is in the rushes at the side, because she's sat on a nest. So he's been guarding her ever since we've been here. Oh, the babies are getting nearer the water. But I'm getting arm ache. So let's just wait and see if they're going to go in. If they're going to go in, it's going to have to be soon, because my arm's aching. Yeah, they're right by the edge, but nobody's plopped in the water yet. Maybe the adults are just sussing it out first, just to make sure it's safe before they lead them in, maybe. There's a little toadie there, staying really quiet. Ah, one of the adults has gone in, so let's see if they get followed by the little ones. Ah, there's a little one in now. Ah, here we go, they're all going into the water now. Yeah, they're following parents in. There they are. I'll be able to see how many of them there actually are in a minute. There's quite a few. But as I said, the parents, you know, it's obviously like a mixture of parents, a mixture of goslings, and they really don't seem to be too concerned. It just seems to be really communal with them. There they are. How lovely is that? Taking them for their evening swim. Duck down a bit because my arm's aching. Oh. Oh, they're coming this way. We were feeding some of the adults earlier today, so that might be why they're making their way this way. But we've run out of food for them now, so we'll have to go and get something tomorrow maybe, and it might help entice them down. This is the kind of noise that you actually hear in the mornings, about 4 or 5 o'clock when you're moored up near geese. We've had it before, but not with this many, so yeah, we could get sort of woken up pretty early in the morning. Oh, there's so many here, you can't even count them. There's loads of them. Look at that, what a privilege, right outside our boat. I'm literally sat well, I was going to say sat on the stern. Whoops! Crouched on the stern while I'm videoing it, and that's how close they were. How beautiful is that? Absolutely gorgeous. This is so lovely as well, how the parents are like looking after all the babies, all the goslings, almost like it's a nursery. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, they're taking them up to the same place that they came down from last night now, so they can all climb up on their short little legs. Oh, I don't know if you can hear as well in the background. Is it? Oh, it's a little one. I thought I had the chirping. Little one there, look, got left behind. So he's chirping, wanting to catch up with the others, look. How beautiful is that? I was sat on the boat, I was doing some editing, and I could hear all the sort of like little baby chirping noises. So quickly grabbed the camcorder and ran out. Ah, they're all going back up now. Oh, so all out of breath at the moment, so I'm just trying to find my way to the local shop. And apparently, according to Google Maps, this is the way that I got to go. You can see they're boiling here, they're panting away, poor things. God, it's so hot, God knows what they're like with their coats on. It's absolutely scorching. So you can see there's the tunnel that we came through when we came to this mooring, so yep, certainly not far now. I think it's only around this bend and along a little bit. Going nearly back now. Oh, getting there. But at least I'm in the shade now. It's been so hot out. I had to go through part of a housing estate and it was absolutely baking with the sun bouncing off the concrete. It was absolutely mad. So really pleased to be back in the shade and nearly back to the boat, thank goodness. Oh, I've just spotted 34 vampires behind that first boat, and I don't know if you can see, there's actually a heron stood on the side of the bank. So I'm going to go up slowly. I think he might actually, I'll zoom in a bit, I think he's thinking about taking off, or I don't know, he's got his head cocked, so he might have been looking at some fish or something. But let's go and see if get some nice shots of him, because I got some lovely ones of a heron. Only a few. Ah, he's looking after a fish. He's looking, yeah, he's got his eye on something. Let's have a look. Getting quite close to him now. There we go. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Oh, absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I don't know if you saw, there were some people coming up the other side. There were about 4 or 5 of them, so it wasn't just me disturbing I think he was sort of felt approached from all sides there for a minute. But yeah, there's the boat, so last few steps and I'll get back on board and go and get myself next to the fan, so I'll catch you later. This is one of the pairs of beautiful mandarin ducks that we've seen. We've seen about 2 or 3 pairs on the Peak Forest, which was really unexpected. We've also seen a single female as well, and a single female with a duckling, so we're not sure if the duckling became lost and that we'd sort of seen the same female twice or not, so hopefully that duckling's okay. But yeah, the mandarin ducks aren't native to the UK. They're normally kept in breeding pairs, kept as pets, sort of ornamental, sort of like ponds and lakes and things like that. So yeah, really unexpected, but really lovely to see them. The birds. So just as well I stumbled along at the right time. Don't you get hissy? But yeah, it's just, I just find things like this always such a privilege, because they're so trusting, you know, because obviously being birds, they're, you know, they're prey. Well, obviously you get birds of prey like, but yeah, but geese are prey obviously to foxes, badgers, things like that. Well, and people as well, because unfortunately, you know, I don't know about over in the UK, but I know in Canada, where the Canadian geese obviously originate from, they get shot during migration a lot, so you know, the farmers shooting them down because of eating crops and things. So yeah, it's a shame, but so I hope all of these survive, because you know, there's quite a few of them, and you know, at least they've got quite a few adults to keep an eye on them, because there's more adults in the field as well. But you never know with them. It's you know, it doesn't take much to pick them off when they're this age. Obviously they can't fly yet, and the parents can only do so much to defend them, because when I had geese as pets, even my big gander was killed by a fox, so it's you know, it's surprising what they can take. So little guys like this won't stand a chance. You know, especially not running away on those little legs as well. They might be strong little legs, but yeah, they're not going to move them that fast when they're on land. Right, I'm going to leave them be now. Because Bly's back's been so bad these past couple of weeks, we've been going for the sort of a late night walk every night. So yeah, this is sort of the aqueduct that isn't far up from us, and you can see how quiet it is at night and how peaceful. I don't know how well that'll come out, but the 2 geese are there on the CRT boat for the night.
Get more bread.
Those of you that haven't seen our previous vlogs might not know that we came onto the canals as continuous cruisers, having never been on a boat, having never driven a boat, and yeah, basically having one built and moving onto it and completely changing our lifestyle. So what I'll be doing, because we're coming up to that first year milestone, is putting together a video soon that will have sort of everything from the launch right through to present day, and sort of some of our highlights. So keep an eye out for that. Hopefully that'll be coming out sort of, I don't know, within the next sort of like 3 weeks or so, I hope. In the meantime, keep safe, keep well, don't forget to subscribe, and we will catch up with you again. Take care.